Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. We're gonna go ahead and hop right into the video. You've seen the title. You're going through issues. You're in a relationship. You're talking to somebody. So I'm gonna help you out. But we're gonna hop into these red flags because it gets real. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. If you're in a relationship, you're dating somebody, you're planning on taking this person serious, there's definitely some things you want to watch out for. Before we hop into it, let me get some of this good H2O. Man, stay hydrated. That's a real thing. It's good for your skin. All right, but I know ladies struggle with this a lot, but number one, if the guy is not putting in any time, any effort, he's always busy. He just can't make it. He can't do this. He can't do that. He can't see you. He can't send you a text. He can't hit you with a little FaceTime here and there. I'm sorry. You gotta let it go. That's a big red flag, and I know that happens a lot. That's usually an indicator that the guy is not interested, you know? Or he just wants you for certain reasons. And we're gonna get into that. Man, number two, if he flexes his money, okay? If he flexes his money, he's trying to entice you with all the things that he has, his materialistic things. You know, just always flaunting to you what he has and what he can do and what he's gonna do for you in the future. Just cut it off. Just save yourself the trauma, sister. Just cut him off, because that's going to be a headache in the future. That's not a man to really value. That's a man that doesn't really have any character, and he finds his value in materialistic things, and that's not a good thing to do. So that's the first thing he brings up on a date is his money. Man, cut him off. That's not necessary here, okay? No. All right, 2 for men, let's go 2 for women. Number 1. If she is dressing very provocatively, you know, too much freaking cleavage, showing all the bone, ain't nothing left to be shown. Like, she basically naked outside. Man, cut that loose now. So if she's not even respecting herself, what makes you think she gonna respect you, dude? She ain't. All right, so just cut that, nip it in the bud, all right? That is dead. That is dead, flat dead. Brother, if she's just using you for your money, your time, your effort and stuff like that, and she's not really talking to you about getting serious or showing you any effort that she wants to get serious, man, you gotta cut that loose, because people will suck you dry if you let them, you know? It's just like a kid. If you let them keep cussing in the classroom and you don't nip it in the bud and tell them, hey, pipe down or put some consequences behind it, it's gonna keep doing it. It's gonna keep abusing it. And that's the same thing with people. But you get the idea. Here's the door, you can leave. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Man, if they are disrespectful, if they don't know how to treat the waitress, if they don't know how to treat people correctly in a public setting, man, cut it off. That's a red flag. Don't do it. Just hit it out the door. Disrespect will not be tolerated. Because if they could disrespect somebody like that in public, it's only a matter of time before they do it to you. People's true colors will come out once you give them time. If they try to lock you down in a relationship too quickly, Lord have mercy, leave. Leave in a hurry. Leave in a hurry. The quicker they try to lock you down in this relationship, the more scared you should be. There is no rush. There's no rush in a relationship. All you have is time when you're getting to know somebody. That's probably the best thing you could do when you're in a relationship is take your time. Take your time when you are dating someone, okay? Don't force the relationship. So if somebody's trying to, you know, force you, pressuring you to get into a relationship, man, you gotta cut that loose. Nip it in the bud. That is out of here. This is a big one for both people. If all they can do is blame their exes, if you ask them about their ex and all they can bring up is the bad things that their ex did to them and they didn't do anything wrong, cut it off. And I'm telling you, that's gonna be a hassle because in their eyes, they don't see they're doing anything wrong. They can't take responsibility for their own actions because there's no way in Halibut that you're in a relationship and that person is the only thing that did something wrong. Okay? both people do play a role. Some may be bigger, some may be less, but both people play a role in the relationship. So if you can't take accountability, you can't. If they're constantly, talking negative about their exes or people they've been with in the past, cut it off, man. That shows no accountability, no responsibility, and that's not somebody you want to be with in the future. That's going to hurt your life. So just nip it in the bud, okay? Take notes. Take some freaking notes. When they always have to be right, they're not willing to hear you out. They're not willing to listen to you. They're not willing to even try to understand your point of view. You got to nip it in the bud, because that's another thing. They only see their way. It's their way or the highway. There's no in between. There's no balance, which is what all this goes back to. There's no balance in the relationship, and therefore it's going to fail. So if they always need to be right, go be right to the left then. Go be right to the left. You ain't being right over here. The guys can back me up on this one. If she has too many guy friends, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. If she has too many guy friends. Yeah, she has a lot of guy friends, man, cut it off. Because that can mean a lot of things, but number one, if she can't get along with women, that's an issue. If she has a lot of guy friends, that usually means that she needs some type of male attention. She needs some type of male validation. And that just goes back to attention seeking. And if it's like that, man, she got a lot of guy friends. I would say majority of the time, she's just using them for attention and to feel good about herself in some way, shape, or form. But that's not all cases. But definitely that's a red flag. Something to keep an eye out for, okay? If he don't want to be seen with you in public, y'all been dating for a couple months now. It's starting to get serious. He don't want to be seen with you anywhere. He kind of watching his shoulder, you know what I'm saying? Watching out, checking his phone very often when he's around you. That's a red flag. That probably means he got a side piece or a main. He probably got a main and you just decide. So definitely want to watch out for that. If he don't want to be seen with you in public, you gonna have to cut it loose, sister. Just let him go. A few bonus ones. Saying they hate women or they hate men, don't even do it. Don't even do it, because that just means that goes back to responsibility. They're just going to continue to blame the other person to try to justify what they're doing is right. So you don't want to be with somebody that's like that, because they're never going to take accountability. You're going to be living in hell being with them, because they can't own up to their own mistakes. That's a big one. That's probably one of the biggest things on this list. If they can't own up to their faults and not willing to improve, man, just dead it there. Just dead it. Just dead it right there. If there's no compromise being given from both parties, there's no balance, there's no cooperation, it's not going to work. That's a red flag in itself. And another thing, values. This is something I overlooked and I tried to fight myself. Man, if y'all don't have the same values or beliefs, man, I would just cut it. Especially when it's with somebody that is Mr. or Mrs. Right. They always feel like they're right. Nah, man. You can't do that with people. If they've never been in a long-term relationship, that's okay if you're young. We're young. That's okay. That's unexpected, but something to be cautious for. But if you're a little bit on the older side, you don't really have, you just been doing all these hookups and everything like that. You never really been in a long-term relationship. That's definitely something you want to catch on to and be wary of. Because they may not know how to treat you. They may not know how to act. There may be a very big learning curve that you may or may not want to put up with. So that's something to watch out for as well. If he or she cheers for you when you fail, but it's kind of upset when you're doing well for yourself, that's definitely a big red flag. You don't want nobody like that on your team. That's just toxic energy. You don't need none of that energy around you, okay? Cut that, nip it in the bud, get it on out of here, and ship it to frickin' New Zealand. This one's tough, okay? But in some way, shape, or form, it is true. Friends. Watch out for their friends. Watch out who they hang around. Watch the people. Watch what their friends do. Because, you know, oftentimes your friends are a reflection of you. And not to hate on my friends. But, you know, sometimes I like being alone. Sometimes I like being alone. Like, I got great friends. I'm not saying that. But, you know, sometimes you got to know when to step away. You know what I'm saying? So definitely choose your friends carefully. That can have a very big impact on your life. You know, they say the 5 people you surround yourself around the most, you know, that's pretty much who you're going to end up being like, okay? So if you're around 5 bums, you're going to be the 6th. We've all heard it. So definitely you want to be aware of that. Then just nip it in the bud, because it's probably not going to work. Influence is a big thing that not a people are self-conscious of, but it happens. People are influenced by things that they don't even know. So that's definitely something you want to watch out for. If this is a bonus one. Is she a feminist, bro? If she a feminist, and this goes back to hating all men, especially them 3rd wave, 4th wave feminists, the new versions, the modern women, you gotta be careful. Feminists don't take responsibility, and y'all could come, because y'all come all the time. Feminists don't want to take responsibility for their actions. They just want to blame men, put it on them. If that's what you're constantly doing, like just always blaming the other side, definitely something you gotta watch out for. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's all love at the end of the day. We're just trying to see everybody grow, everybody improve. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button. You already know what it is. Don't be a Casper. You're just watching and it ain't no subscribe button. Hit the dang subscribe button. Hit a like. I need them likes. Get the likes up, please. Get the likes up. Man, share this video to somebody that needs it, man. If somebody that's in a toxic relationship, going through something, you know, somebody that's on edge about the person that they're seeing right now, send this to them, man. Should definitely help out. We're gonna keep working. You guys do the same. Watch out for these red flags and let's get to work. Let's go.